Hi all and welcome to the channel. Here today I'm going to be finishing off these Genestealers on their bases. I've already painted them with a Morefang brown already, but what we're going to do is give them a really heavy dry brush of Zandri dust. This is going to go everywhere, all over the base, in the shadows, everything. It's then going to be followed up by a lighter dry brush of Ushabti bone. This is going to be mainly on the edges and nowhere near the shadows. So here we are, give the paint a good shake, and I'm just going to grab any old brush really. It doesn't have to be a specific dry brush, and obviously just dry brush as you would do. So we're taking some paint here from the pot, wanging it on a towel, on a piece of paper towel, and basically just go over the whole of the base really lightly, just catching all the edges and just applying quite a heavy dry brush at this point. The only thing we've got to be obviously very careful of here is getting paint on the actual miniature itself. So try to take your time, take it easy. And it's obviously better here to apply paint lightly rather than trying to cover the whole thing. If you put too much on, you're going to have to go back over your Morefang brown and repaint the whole base. So we'll speed things up now. I'll get the other 9 of these done and I'll catch up with you in a minute. So that's all the miniatures based with the Zandri dust. So what I'm going to do now is just keep wiping all the excess off the brush. I'm not going to wash it purely because I'm going to use Ushabti bones straight away with the same brush. This way it's not really going to cause you any problems, it's just literally to get the paint on, and it will cause a blending effect. So I do keep applying quite a bit here onto the brush, wiping it off on the brush, wiping it off, purely just to get rid of the Zandri dust colour and finally get through to our final colour of Ushabti bone. So here I'm just going to go on the edges. I don't want to actually go where the shadow would be underneath the model, because that's just not going to look right. So try to get it around the edges, definitely around the edges. Try to keep away from underneath the model, but anywhere where light would really catch. So, same again, I'll get these other 9 done. I'll be back with you in a minute. So here we are on the final and last one. So as you can see, I've kept away from the shadows, mainly keeping it to the edges where the light would catch, and definitely away from underneath the model. So here we are, I've got the wet palette out. I've also got some Steel Legion Drab. Now this is brilliant for all bases. You can either base with this around the rim or black. It's entirely up to you guys. So apply some onto my wet palette, and I really thin this out quite a lot. I usually put about 3 coats on these brims, just really thin coats. It gives a nice smooth even texture, and it stops any clumping, you getting any brush strokes in there. So yeah, really thin these down quite a bit. always try to keep the brush strokes as well going in one direction. That way you shouldn't have any forward or backwards going back over paint, and then that way it keeps the brush strokes nice and fresh. So as you can see there, the paint is just really thin. You can still see the black rim from the base poking through. It took a good 3 coats to get these to how they should be. So here's the last and final one, and what I do is I usually put them on a piece of cardboard or anything like that, really stop the workstation getting messy, and I put them in an order so I know which one's number 2 on, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, 10, so on. So you can literally, once you get to the end, you start again. So here's the last and final one, and what I do is I usually put them on a piece of cardboard or anything like that, really stop the workstation getting messy, and I put them in an order so I know which one's number 2 on, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, 10, so on. So you can literally, once you get to the end, you start again.